Cool. What's good, y'all? West Coast Arbs here with another live stream. Uh, Mentioned before, but I'm in another state for like the next couple weeks. I'm actually in Boston. So got access to all the domestic books and exchanges and all that. So should be a good time, profitable, hopefully. Um, Gonna be grinding out ARBs and sharp money plays, EV plays, DFS promos, anything I can. So yeah, still my setup is a little beat here, so still kind of figuring that out. Um, but I think we're okay right here. Um, See some of you guys in here already. What's good, Jordan? What's good, Hippie? Good to see you guys. Just sharing the link. But yeah, so I'm in Boston for the next couple weeks. Um, the new books have been nice. I've already, used up these domestics in the past. Like I was in Kansas City 2 weeks ago. So I'm used to like using all the books I can. Let me fix the light over here. Hold up. Is that better? Nah, the light on my camera. Not great, but I mean, as long as you guys can see the screen, I got OddsJam arbitrage tool running with the books that I'm currently using for pregame arbs. And I'm also checking out sharp money plays, and we'll check out some DFS promos too. If you guys have any questions about anything, just feel free to throw it in the chat, and I'll get to any questions or comments you guys have. But first, I wanted to do like a breakdown of how I use OddsJam on a daily basis, basically with like pregame arbitrage, live arbitrage, sharp money plays, and live EV. I guess DFS as well. Give me one sec here. Just fixing my setup real quick so I can see all the chats. I'm also streaming on YouTube if that's easier for anyone. I see hippies in there. Hold up. All right, cool. We're good now. So yeah, let me break down just OddsJam, how I use it on a day-to-day basis. It varies depending on what state I'm in. So obviously right now I'm in Massachusetts, so I have access to pretty much all the major sports books. So that would include like exchanges, sweepstakes books, domestic books, obviously offshores. So pretty much the whole shebang. Similar situation as like 2 weeks ago when I was in Kansas City. I think over there they did have like Bet365 and Circa though. I wasn't really using those, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, for pregame arbitrage, I try to focus on books that don't limit betters pregame. So right now I'm running with Novig, ProfitX, 4CX, Bet Openly. So those are all exchanges. So yeah, you could bet how much ever you want. They don't limit winning betters, and as long as there's liquidity, you know, that liquidity is available for taking. And I'm also using sweepstakes books. So Onyx odds, I don't have the filter selected because they copy the odds from DraftKings. So, you know, I use the DraftKings filter instead. Uh, Fliff is another sweepstakes book. I use Rebet 2. What's the last one? I think that's it for sweepstakes books. So Fliff, Onyx odds, and Rebet. And then the domestic books. So FanDuel does limit betters, but a lot of guys still get down like pregame action with them. I think once you get to like the 10% limits, it's hard to get limited even further. So I've been doing some pregame arbs with them. Offshore, so Bookmaker, Bet Online, Bet 105 are really good offshores to use because they don't really limit. Bookmaker and Bet 105 don't limit. Bet Online does limit, but you can still get down good money on him. And I think that's it. So yeah, those are the books I'm using for pregame arbs. I'm usually able to find, you know, a decent amount. I'm able to get down like 10K pregame usually. So at like a 2% ROI, that's about like $200, just pregame arbs. Super easy to get down. And that's it for my filters here, I guess. For the percent, I have it selected to anything above 0.5. But on a heavy slate like today, where I think we have like 12 NBA games, I'm probably only taking stuff above like 1.5%. But like yesterday with less games, and maybe even tomorrow where there's only 4 games, I'll take anything above like a 0.5. Yeah, that's it for my filters there. So pregame arbs, I use the platinum plan, so stuff auto refreshes. So the market is constantly being scanned, and anytime an arbitrage opportunity will pop up, it'll show up on the scanner, and if it's something worth taking, you just go ahead and take it. This is something I would take usually, but actually in Massachusetts, you can't bet college player props, I believe. So I can't bet this on Fliff, but usually this is something I would take. Thoughts on EV betting and cross market EV betting? EV betting when arbing to Pinnacle. Yeah, that's all good. EV betting and cross market EV betting is definitely a strong strategy. I guess an example of like a cross market bet right here would be this Derek Queen one, where, you know, we're getting a bunch of liquidity on ProfitX, and it's super cross to Prop Builder, right? So this is probably an example of like a cross market EV bet. Depends on like what your strategy is. Right now, I'm basically doing strictly arbs. So, you know, I'm always hedging that other side. But when I was in Cali, you know, before yesterday, I would be hitting like more EV bets and not really hedging that one side, letting that one side ride out. Let me see if I could get this bet in. This is a good example here of a decent pregame ARB, 2.5%, 2 books that I'm targeting here. Oh shit. This is a pretty big one, I think. I think I can get down a lot of money here. All right. The liquidity got taken on ProfitX and it moved on FanDuel anyways. I got distracted here. But yeah, that's an example of something I would take. Stuff usually moves fast on certain books. So like FanDuel, the moment one person hits a line, the entire market will shift right here. So, you know, you got to get those in quick. No pick six, better underdog. What you recommend for Cali users? Yeah, I'll get into some DFS. You know, I'll sprinkle in some DFS with pick six, better, and underdog. What do you recommend for Cali users? In terms of like arbitrage or EV betting or DFS? Let me see if I could hit some pregame arbs. These are like lower percentage, but just for the sake of being live, I'll just take one or two if I can. Ooh, this might be a good one. Oh, no. Derek Queen points. Someone's really liking Derek Queen to go off today. We'll hit this one instead. No, that one moved. Oh shoot, I'm not even logged into FanDuel. All right, so did my max there. 145 on each side. So right there, all I did was bet the equal amount on both sides, and that's a risk-free almost $3 there. Damn, getting some liquidity showing up on some plays over here. All right, so we hit this one. Deron Holmes, over under 3-pointers. Novig has like, this might, oh no, this looks like it went away maybe on FanDuel. But on Novig, there was like 4K liquidity. It's probably shifting the entire market. And I hit the max on FanDuel. So risk-free $8 to $25. Just placing an arbitrage bet. Looks like it's still available on Prop Builder, so I might be able to hit this again. Liquidity's drying up fast, though. All right. It moved on Prop Builder to minus 106, so I'm not going to take it anymore. It's still a decent ARB, 1.9%, but I'll let that slide. All right, hitting this one on ProfitX and Prop Builder. Risk-free $1.30 to $2. Pistons money line today. Yo, what's good, Alex? Pistons money line today. It's not bad, honestly. If you want to, I might use that to like, you know, I might use that as like a parlay booster or something, you know what I mean? What are those 58 coming up, all ARBs? Yeah, these are all ARBs. I don't think I have any sharp money plays active yet. For NBA sharp money, I like to kind of pick stuff off closer to game time because a lot of times I've noticed if I take a sharp money play for NBA like in the morning, sometimes like player news and things like that can move the market. You know, it can move it in your favor or out of your favor, but I don't like to have my plays be affected by, you know, injury news that happens close to game time. So I like to wait for, you know, closer to game time to take these. All right. Let's see if we could take any more of these ARBs. So again, I'm using the DraftKings filter, but I'm taking these on Onyx odds. This one moved on Onyx. So Onyx is a pretty frustrating book, especially now they charge a VIG on each bet. So on DraftKings, this is 103, but on Onyx, they'll take like an extra 2% off. So it'll probably be like 101. Well, it's at minus 119, so that's not there. So I took this DaRon Holmes one on FanDuel for 3s. Yeah, that's right. All right, so that's probably good amount of the ARB tool. There's a lot of games today, so stuff will probably be popping up the entire day. But there's a ton of like DFS promos in. I know you guys like to, you know, check out DFS stuff. Oh, damn, this one's crazy. No, this one moved on. Yeah, that one moved on Novig. I don't think what's today's Wednesday. Yeah, no promos on Prize Picks. Underdog, I think, has a couple. So to find my DFS plays, I usually use the Fantasy Optimizer or the Sharp Money tool, or like some other EV tools I'm using. But mainly OddsJam's Fantasy Optimizer to find EV plays, Sharp Money tool to find, you know, where Sharp Money's going. So we got an NBA boost, 50%, 3 to 8 picks. Soccer boost. Couple boosts. So I see a soccer play on top for underdog, so we'll see if we could get a couple soccer plays here. All right, I'm not gonna take this. So this one's kind of sketch. This play here. This guy's saves, the under and the over are showing up, and there's only one book to compare to, so this isn't a strong play. So I'm not gonna take the soccer boost. I don't really see any soccer value. We'll check out basketball though. All right, Jaylen Brown. Free throws looks good. So 5.5 free throws on underdog. Parlay play and prize picks both have this at 6.5. So we're getting 1 point of value on Jaylen Brown. I'm going to take Con Knuppel over 23.5 points rebounds. DraftKings, Caesars, and Fliff have his line at 24.5. FanDuel minus 136, which favors the over slightly. Whole market pretty much except BetMGM is favoring the over here. And we need one more pick. This line, oh no, this is I should look at just NBA. This Keldon Johnson line is okay. Think I'm gonna take Giannis here as the last one. Yeah. So most of the market has Giannis's line at 29.5 points. But Underdog has it at 30, so we'll take that here. With that 50% NBA boost. All right, I shared the links to those underdog plays. Those look like good EV. So NBA only, if you make a $5 play, you get a 50% NFL boost. Oh, Jabari Smith and Bub Carrington. We'll take those two. We only need to do $5, so. Or I'll do it. Nah, that's fine. I just want to get the promo. If anyone wants to tail this using this like little qualify for 50% NFL boost, I'll take this too. Prize Picks, there's no discounts on Prize Picks, so I want to hit all the promos first, but if you... I could check out Prize Picks real quick since you asked. Good to see you in here. Easy Money Skur. Prize Picks, let's do this. I'll probably just run a 3-man for you since you asked. All right, Embiid. Embiid's overs look good on Prize Picks in general. All right, I see 3 plays. So Embiid, I'm gonna take his points and rebounds. Or hold up, yeah, I'm gonna take his points and rebounds. Most of the market's at 34.5. Getting 33.5 on Prize Picks. His points, rebounds, assists looks good too. What was I gonna take? Oh yeah, I'm gonna take Derek White under assists. Most of the market's at 5.5 here. FanDuel has his under 6.5 at -225, and he would need 7 assists to lose this line. So then I'm gonna take we could run more picks here actually. Good amount of value. So we'll take Noah Clowney under 18.5 points, rebounds, assists. Yeah, most of the market's at 17.5. Points, rebounds, assists. All right. Points, rebounds, assists. I also can't share links for Prize Picks, so you'll have to manually find these yourself. Miles McBride, 10.5 points. Yeah, this one looks really good. Miles McBride here. We'll take Claxton. I'm going to run a 5-man. We'll take Claxton as the last one. Where is this here? Okay. I'm limited on Prize Picks, so I can only do $5 per slip. But that's what I'm running. Can't copy links, so I'll leave it up here if anyone wants to tell that. Can I look at sharp money plays? What's good? Green. I don't know how to say your name. What's good, Joe? Sharp money plays like as straights or like for DFS? Not a ton of liquidity showing up on stuff. I see a lot for NFL on the weekend. We still got like 3 to 4 days until these games, so I'm not really too keen on taking it. Derek White steals and blocks could be solid on Prize Picks. Pretty good EV to market too. Yeah, Derek White steals and blocks. Looks good. We already took his assist though. Non-DFS sharp money plays. Got you. Could use this filter. What state are you in? I don't think I've seen you in here. Yeah, just so I know what books you have. My current strategy for the sharp money tool is I only take straight bets where the liquidity is over 3K, and the play has to be like good EV to market too. So I guess technically this Ladd McConkey play looks good off the sharp money tool for Sunday. Do I want to hold my money up until Sunday though? Minus 128 on FanDuel. You know what? I might take this. Prop Builder has it at minus 156. Basically, the closest odds I can find are like Hard Rock, Score, both soft books. DraftKings has it at minus 145. Yeah, we could take this. You're from MI? Is that MI? Is that Michigan? All right. That's good though. So yeah, I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna take Ladd McConkey. Over 3.5 receptions. It's a pretty good line. Maxi under blocks on MGM. I'm limited to like hell on MGM, so can't take this. What I have done in the past is like parlay multiple plays together. So like I might parlay Maxi under blocks with like Ty Johnson under rush attempts, with Xavier Legette under receptions. But since these are on Sunday, I'll hold off for now. Derek Queen has been getting a lot of liquidity today. Damn, you got Hard Rock. Hard Rock's super easy to beat. And even when you get limited on Hard Rock to like, you know, 10, I think I'm limited on Hard Rock to like $10 on player props. You could still like just get down $10 as EV bets and just go to town on them. Yeah, I really like Hard Rock. That's good. So yeah, if you want to play that as a straight with me, feel free. Your money is going to get held up until Sunday, though. What's good, Mamba? Good to see you back in here. All right. Let me hit some ARBs. Oh shit, that's missing some good ARBs here. So what? We hit Prize Picks, underdog promos. We still got like better pick six, sleeper. I don't have chalkboard or owner's box in Massachusetts. We'll see if Boom has anything. While I'm checking out Boom, Boom has like this spin wheel thing every day. It's not like super crazy, but sometimes like a 50% boost might be worth it to take. Any other promos here? Not Risk Free Friday. Not really. So I might take this 50% boost just because 50% is pretty big. I'm not gonna force it though, but I'll come back to Boom later. So we got better pick six and sleeper to hit still. Let me hit some ARBs though. This Kevin Huerter one's probably gone. I've taken a little long here. Yeah, that's gone. Derek Queen double looks sharp. Yeah, it definitely does. I agree with you. I actually took it as an ARB already, so I'm not gonna take it as a sharp money play. But like when I ARB'd it, I think if he gets the double, I'll make more money than if he doesn't. So yeah, I'll be looking out for that too. Derek Queen's a beast. Can't take NCAA player props here, so let's do this. I'll just hide it. Yeah, Derek Queen double earlier on Props Builder for plus 321. Yeah, that's what I arbed it at. And I think now, I don't think the value is there anymore, really. Technically, it's still shown up as a sharp money play at plus 250. But, you know, getting it at 321 earlier is like really solid. Any high liquidity sharp plays for touchdowns? I noticed a lot of liquidity was on Sunday's games. Yeah, there's a lot of liquidity showing up. I don't see any touchdowns yet. Damn, this Scotty Barnes play is nice. I'm gonna check out. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna just hit some ARBs real quick because, yeah, there's a lot of liquidity showing up. This one moved on Onyx. Where is he? This should be an ARB to Prop Builder too. I got you guys in the comments. Let me I got logged out. And I'm gonna hit this. Oh wait, did I already hit this here? No. Why is the Prop Builder one not showing up? Here we go. What team is he on? All right, so that moved on Prop Builder to minus 157. That still looks... I was going to ARB it, but now it's looking like a sharp money play. Yeah, whole market's moving, so I'm going to hit this before it gets any worse. So, yeah, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. We see like 5.3K liquidity on his under 3.5 made threes. So we're just following the sharp money. Let me track it. So yeah, that's my first sharp money play of the day. That seems pretty good. This seems pretty good. I think I like this one. You can even look at line movement for these plays. So I have Sharp Money Pro. I pretty much have all like the pro stuff for OddsJam, but it looks like the line is shifting down overall. Yeah, a lot of these books earlier, like 20 minutes ago, were at like, you know, 140, 150 range, and now we're all at 160 to 150. So, yeah, that sharp money is moving the market here for sure. I'm just gonna take out MGM. I'm not even using them or Caesars. Scotty Barnes, sharp money, lots of liquidity. All right, Igor Demin. Let's see. This looks good. Eevee to market 2. Hopefully Onyx lets me get it down. No. Onyx had already moved a lot, so I can't take this there. Maybe I could check out DraftKings. I have to log into DraftKings though. Meant to ask for liquidity, sharp money for today's games. Yeah, I'm not seeing much today. I took that Nikhil Alexander Walker play, and I'm going to try to take this Igor Demon play on DraftKings. God damn it. If I can log in a timely manner. All right, let's see if I can even get anything down here. Igor Demon under 3s. No, it's at 164 now on DraftKings. I mean, shoot, 4CX looks okay too. I see you guys in the comments. I'm debating whether to take this on 4CX. I think I will. Yeah, because DraftKings is at minus 164 now. Looks like 4CX has it at minus 159, which is still better than the 6K liquidity that we're seeing. Fuck. Moved on 4CX2, so can't take this anymore. Yeah, it's gone. Kawhi 3s. Damn, he be shooting 3s like that? I'm going to take this one too. Yeah, we're getting a lot of sharp money plays for today's games popping up, Joe. So, let's see what we could do here. I'm going to take this on FanDuel. 37's my max. Usually I would put 40 on it, but we'll take what we can get. Brunson 3s. Damn, a lot of liquidity on people's under 3s. Cool. Scotty Barnes. Yeah, I just not really taking anything on BetMGM, but Scotty Barnes plays were looking good on MGM. I'm adding money into FanDuel so I could take the Brunson play. Do you think there's such high liquidity on player props it could be insider info? Yes, I definitely think that can happen. Someone might have like insider info and then want to drop like 5K on a prop, you know? That's the kind of stuff I would like to tail. Okay, so the Brunson play is gone on FanDuel now. So I can't take it. Good job, Jordan, for taking that. I definitely was trying to take it. Jalen Williams under steals. Yeah, we're getting active today for sure. Jalen Williams under steals. Yep, I'm going to take this. Don't move on me, Onyx. Oh, Onyx, I hate you. I'm checking out DraftKings for this one. What game? Jazz and Thunder. Steals. I'm not fast at navigating DraftKings yet. Oh wait, I guess I could click on this here. Does this work? It's at minus 108. I guess it's still okay. Bruh. Alright, I can only get down $4 on DraftKings, so no go. But that looks good if anyone's able to get this on DraftKings. I'm new, but I usually watch Alex Monahan. I thought you only did ARBs, so that's why I never checked it out. But now I'm going to be here for like every stream. Yeah, I usually do mostly ARBs. I've been adding in sharp money plays where, you know, the odds kind of match what I would like to take. For the most part, I do ARBs, though. Which I can get back to because I see a lot of stuff popping up. So, yeah, I do ARBs, pre-game ARBs, sharp money plays, DFS plays, little bit of EV. That's usually what I'll do during streams. And then while the games are happening, I'll be live betting, live ARBing, live EV, that kind of stuff. That's my typical routine. But yeah, I do focus on ARBs for the most part. So yeah, got this one down on Bet Openly on ProfitX for almost a dollar right there. Miles McBride points rebounds. Not a ton of liquidity. Let's see what we could do. Yeah, and it moved on Onyx anyways. You gonna do better in Sleeper? Yeah. Let me see. Let me hit this wave of ARBs. Oh, Jock Landale. Ton of money. This is a sharp money play potentially. Moved on FanDuel. Oh yeah, moving on FanDuel a lot. And try to get it in on Fliff if it hasn't moved. Or, damn, if anyone has these books and is taking sharp money plays, Bovada and the score looks good here. Grizzlies and Suns. Okay. Damn. Yeah, I'm not gonna take this. That looked good though. The Jock Landale play. Line is probably shifting down. What is this one? Might be available on DraftKings and Onyx. I'm just gonna check it out. Oh, it's under 8.5. I'm gonna take a closer look at this one. because under 8.5, if sharp money's coming in for under 7.5, then the under 8.5 should be good too. I just want to make sure the value is there on DraftKings. Player rebounds. Just using the odds jam sportsbook screen. Under 8.5. Yeah, it looks like decent value. I'm gonna try this out. If Onyx will, yeah, I'm gonna try this out here. So Jock Landale under 7.5 rebounds has 5K liquidity, but I'm taking the under 8.5 on Onyx at minus 141. So the value's not bad. That's why I'm taking it here. Those lines on Jock Landale were moving like crazy. Yeah, for sure. Someone dropped the liquidity and it became an ARB, and then people decided to ARB it, and then it just shifts the market. Under 7.5 rebounds is probably good if you got that in. I'm just trying something new here. A little bit risk averse there. So Jock Landale, stay under your rebounds, please. Yeah, I'm sure Derek Queen. This line was like 4,500 in the morning, I think. Yeah, this Derek Queen triple double line was at plus 6,000 on FanDuel, like in the morning, and now on FanDuel it's at plus 2,500. Look at that, that's crazy. So yeah, this is still showing up, Derek Queen, but you know, if I'm looking at the line history, even though it's a sharp money play, I would not take this because, you know, is there a way to freeze this here? You know, if you could get plus 6,000 in the morning, that would have been crazy. Like, the value's pretty much shot right here. Looks to be a Bobby Portis threes. I'm on Lakers money line tonight. I took this Bobby Portis play on FanDuel though. Sharp money. 6.5K liquidity. 7K now. What the hell? On his under 1.5 threes. And it looks like the best value across the market for the most part. Could maybe use this on a DFS app or two. But yeah, this is probably going to shift too. Yeah, it's shifting down. Yeah, the Derek Queen movement was crazy. I've been watching that line since the morning, so yeah, that line history is like, checking out line history is super valuable. Something I'm trying to remember to do more of. So Jordan, I know you're in here a lot. If you are ever curious about like a line history on like a sharp money play and I didn't open it up myself, just feel free to ask. Something that, you know, another piece of information that can help. All right, cool. That looks like it for straights for me though. Sounds good. I don't have the sharp money package, but might have to look into it. Yeah, it's pretty valuable. I feel like you would be good at it because I feel like from the chats that we've had, you're pretty solid at like EV betting and stuff. Um, so yeah, check it out if you can. Is this gone? Oh yeah, that's gone. Do you like the total under on the Nuggets Celtics game? Saw it as a sharp money play. Wanted your thoughts. Oh, okay, gotcha. You have sharp money basic. Yeah, so pro it just adds the line movement, the line history. I mean, and you could auto refresh. I don't really use the auto refresh here, because I don't want to lose a play that I'm looking at or whatever. But that line history is pretty valuable here. I don't take sharp money plays for main lines unless it's like a significant amount of liquidity. So where do you see the total on the Celtics Nuggets game, Joe? Let's see some peep some arbs while we're at it. This one's gone on Onyx. This one's gone on Onyx too. Wemby points rebounds could be a good one. Might have disappeared. I saw it in yours. Yeah, well, I don't really take point totals or maybe a main line, like a money line, but definitely requires a little bit more analysis. All right, we got this one in. So risk-free $1 to $5 on this Wemby play. These are moving kind of fast. Probably won't be able to get that in. All right, got this one in on VJ Edgecombe. Kind of a small percent, but just trying to hit as much for the stream as possible. How long has it been? An hour. Not bad. Jared Vanderbilt threes on Onyx and Prop Builder. Where's the Laker game? All right, so got this one on Onyx and Prop Builder. $1.50 to $1.80. How long am I in Boston? About 3 weeks. Doing any sightseeing or just there for bets? I'm here just for bets. It's too cold to be doing anything. I'm trying to stay inside as much as possible. Going from Southern California to like Boston in the winter, it's crazy. %, but I already opened it up, so let's see. Any better value? Yeah, I'll take a look at DFS right now. Seems like I've got the wave of ARBs over here. This one's gonna be small on Onyx. All right, we'll take a look at better. I think someone said better. 2 people said better, so we'll do that first. We got a $10 free entry today. That's clutch. And a Giannis and KD discount. So we could probably do like 2 to 3 plays here. Jace Richardson points looks really good. These discounts are pretty bad though. 3 points on a points rebound. Giannis. Point rebound. I'm not too crazy about these discounts, but we'll take them anyways. I feel like they've been getting us with these. It's kind of not amazing. But Jace Richardson. All right. I'm gonna do the risk free the $10 no sweat flex with the plays that I like best. And then with those promos, you think Giannis under PRA is sharp. I think we already took Giannis under 30 points on Price Picks or Underdog. We already took his under, so yeah, I'm down to take the Giannis play just for that potential middle. But let me start with that $10 risk-free play. Jace Richardson, over 8.5 points. FanDuel has it at minus 154. Prop Builder minus 147. Those are the 2 books I like to look at most. So both heavily favor his over 8.5 points. Then let me just refresh. What was the next one I liked? Damn, Kawhi. We already have Kawhi under 2.5 threes as a sharp money play. So I'm not going to take under 3, even though I would have rather taken this here. But this Luka under 17.5 rebounds assists looks okay too. Oh yeah, we'll take that. So FanDuel favors this line. 2 other books have it at 16.5. So decent value there. And we'll take Zion. Yeah, I like these 3 plays here a lot. Oh, wait. Oh, it has to be a flex entry. So I got to pick 2 more. Ooh, Donovan Clingan. We're getting 2 points on a couple books, so I'm going to add this one on. And the last one. Damn, Steph. Take a peek. Yeah, we'll take Steph. FanDuel line could be a little better, but the rest of the books favor this, so. I'm applying that $10 no sweat entry to this, so if this loses, we'll get our money back. I got you, Joe. Let me share this real quick. Let me share the link. All right, links are shared to both of those. Or sorry, this one better slip here. And I'll take a look at the sharp money tool for MGM. Oh, just MGM, I guess. Let's see. Ton showing up. Maybe I'll see about a parlay too. Just parlaying these together. These 3 in I already took Bobby. We'll see here. Oh yeah, we'll try a parlay out. So first one, I'm gonna do Aaron Gordon under 4.5 rebounds. What the heck is this? Yeah. So $5 is my max. Let's see what a max would be on a parlay. I'll add in Scotty. We actually hit one of these sharp money parlays before. Jordan, I don't know if you remember, we hit that FanDuel one. We had a boost. Came down to like Michael Pittman receptions. All right, I'm gonna see what I could get down here. boost. No parlay boost. That sucks. Aaron Gordon moved to plus 110. Technically still a sharp money play because the liquidity is at minus 105. So let me... What just happened? What? Oh, yeah, bro. The pick six play missed by 1. Trey Murphy went stupid yesterday. So for some reason, this only... I don't know what I did here. I'm clicking the parlay, bro. Alright, it's not letting me, but I think it's because it accidentally took the Aaron Gordon as a straight, so it won't let me do it twice. I need to track that, though. Didn't mean to do this, but whatever. We'll try Scotty and Nickeil Alexander, or we'll try Leggett for the parlay. If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna drop it. But Joe, if you're still there, yeah, hopefully you're taking these MGM plays. Bro, this app is not great. Where is over under receptions? Am I blind? All right. Can I bet money on this? All right, I give up here. I'm not doing MGM. Hopefully you got that in, but that was a little frustrating. All right. We'll go back to better. Took all the ones for touchdowns and created 2 to 3 leg parlays. Unfortunately, there's no profit boost. Yeah, no profit boost is stupid, but still value. So we'll take that Giannis discount on better, and we'll pair it with this Diabate play off the sharp money tool. 3.4k liquidity. Looks like most of the books favor the under 2. FanDuel's at minus 138. Market fair value is about 140. I like that. Sharing the link here. And we got one more. So hopefully we can get a middle with Giannis. We have his under 30.5 points on Underdog. And I just saw it moved. So we got that value there. That's good. 50% NFL boost expires in 5 days. We can hit this another day. We'll take the KD promo too. Not amazing. Not an amazing promo, but it's all good. I think I'm going to take this Kawhi play again. Even though we got it as a sharp money play at under 2.5 threes, we did get it at like plus money. So I'm okay taking this. Kawhi would need to hit 4 threes for this line to lose. Oh shit, he'd be slinging though. Well, hopefully he doesn't shoot like that today. All right, that's it for better. I think we just got sleeper and pick 6 promos. Take a look at some ARBs and then I'll go to sleeper. All right, just got this one in on 4CX and Novig. $3 to $4. Damn, Derek Queen. He's going to go off today. There's so much liquidity coming in on his overs. The whole day. And yeah, this shifted on Prop Builder already. It's minus 125. What are your thoughts on people who say sports are fixed? It's a heavy question. I mean, I think it can be fixed to a certain degree, but it's not like, you know, it's not like fully rigged. Like, it's not going to be rigged from start to finish. But I think there can be influences from like referees and you know, coaches' decisions and player decisions and things like that. But I don't think it's significant enough to, like, you know, say all sports are rigged or anything. But I'm sure there are moments where things have been fixed up a little. Can't take college player props in Boston, but this would have looked good here. Kolek threes. We could see about this. Tyler Kolek's been hooping. Can't get a lot done on Prop Builder, so I just did the max to make it work out. So 250, risk-free 250 right there. Pretty big arb. I think I already looked at this castle line earlier. It looks like it might be available. All right, it moved on Onyx last second. This one's not gonna be big. Yo, what's good, legit? I'm in Massachusetts right now. For player props on non-DFS apps, do you recommend to parlay them or straight bet them? Good question. It depends on your risk tolerance. So, you know, if you're okay doing parlays, just expect the hit rate and the variance, the hit rate to be lower and the variance to be higher, because obviously if you're parlaying stuff, you need all of the plays to hit. I personally just do straights. I only looked at the parlays for MGM since I'm limited on there to like $5 on player props, as you guys saw. But usually I'm doing straights. I know there's other guys in here, not in here, but like on Twitter or other OddsJam users who like focus more on parlays. I think you said you watch Alex Monahan's streams a lot. He definitely does more parlays, but obviously his risk tolerance is a lot higher, so he's willing to absorb a lot more variance and things like that. But for me, I want like a less variance and a more consistent profit, like day-to-day basis, instead of like as you can see, like my OddsJam calendar here, every day is green, but I'm not like doing anything too risky. Once I get like a bigger bankroll, or maybe like starting next season, I'll be more willing to like do parlays and things like that. But for now, I like to just do straights. Bobby Threes is getting a ton of liquidity still. So yeah, this Bobby Portis under threes play that we took at minus 125 on FanDuel, looking pretty good. All right, not a lot of liquidity, so just a risk-free 50 cents, but I'll take it. Liquidity coming in on Matas. Where is the Bulls game? Matas, Buzelis. Moved on Onyx. Dayron Sharp. Damn. All right, so the liquidity got taken up here. I'm gonna have to hedge for it's gonna be 0 profit. Better than losing money here. I technically could have cashed out on Onyx, but I would have had to cash out for a loss. And if I could hedge for basically a 0% ARB, I'll do that instead. So yeah, $0 right there. Do you sports bet full time or do you have another job? Right now, I'm sports betting full time. Uh, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Um, yeah, I think for the last basically all of 2025, I was sports betting full time. And it was possible to do in Cali, but since they got rid of sweepstakes books at the start of the year, I'm not sure it's going to be sustainable to sports bet full time, but I'll still be like, regardless of what happens, even if I do find a job or something uh, soon, or not soon, I'm not saying soon, I'm not like actively looking. I'll still be sports betting every day, no doubt. There's like, even if am employed, I'll still be sports betting. Probably not hitting ARBs 24/7, but I just love sports betting. I do a lot more straights, but working on bankroll management and unit sizing, definitely a lot of variance. Yeah, honestly, if I had a job, like a full-time job or like other income coming in, I would probably be more risky. But since I have to rely on the money as my full-time income right now, I just do straights. We'll got to reduce the variance there. After you get limited, how do you make enough money to support yourself? I see Alex sports bet full time and he gets limited very heavily on all books. Yeah, I'm pretty much limited on all books that have limits also. So it's not like I'm doing anything different in terms of limits to like not get limited or something. But even if you do get limited, you could still work within those limits. I don't know if you mentioned Hard Rock. It may have been someone else who mentioned Hard Rock. But if you're like, I'm limited on Hard Rock to $10 on player props. Instead of just arbing everything, you could just do EV bets with those $10 sizes. You know, so if you're limited, you could just shift to EV. But there are enough books that don't limit to like still make this possible. So many ads. Like I'll just go through all the books that don't limit, right? So Novig, ProfitX, Onyx Odds, 4CX, Bet Openly. The prediction markets don't limit. Bookmaker, Bet 105, those books don't limit. So still a lot of options. Hard Rock available in Cali? No. So Hard Rock's available in Arizona. And earlier last year, I went to like Arizona like 3 times. Oh shit. So yeah, I used Hard Rock over there. And was it available in Chicago? I think it's available in Chicago too. Almost messed up there. I almost put $2,000 on this. But we got this Arbin. $5 to $10 between Bet 105 and ProfitX. Like I said, like this book doesn't limit. Bet 105 doesn't limit. Definitely one of my favorite offshores. A ton of value. I think all the books that don't limit aren't allowed in Michigan, unfortunately. Bet 105 and Bookmaker should be. Onyx, you don't have Onyx Odds. Onyx Odds doesn't limit. Bet Openly, Novig, ProfitX, 4CX. I don't know if Michigan has exchanges, so maybe that's what it is. Oops. Okay. Had to log back in. This ARB is still available. It's been up for a while. Prop Builder and ProfitX, $3 risk-free. Bub Carrington. Okay, so on Onyx, this might not be great because of their extra juice they added. But let's see, Bub. Yeah, I'm not taking that. Damn, Wemby. Okay. Wemby's unders. Alright, that's gone already. Oh yeah. Probably should have taken that as soon as I could. Oh, here we go. Oof. Moving fast. Oh no. Yeah, the Wemby line is gone. That would have been nice. That would have been a middle. 32.5 on Fliff. And on Novig, we were getting 31.5. So if you got 32 points, rebounds, assists exactly, would have been a middle. I think, how long do you usually live stream for? Good question. I'm just going with the flow, honestly. Since there's a ton of action today, longer. Tomorrow, there's only 4 games. So if I do, I was planning to stream, but it might be really slow. You know, obviously I'll go shorter there. It's already been like an hour and a half. I'll probably be wrapping up. I still haven't hit like a couple books, DFS books, so I'll probably be on for a little bit longer. Yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in. And you guys chatting, keeping the chat active. I'm gonna actually place this on Prop Builder first. Damn, this one's still up. See, it's just these pregame ARBs on exchanges, and you know, pairing it with any other book, super easy. Risk-free $6 to $13 right there. Mamu, no. Oh shit. This, something like this doesn't show up on the Sharp Money tool. But damn, 75k liquidity on OKC minus 17.5. That's interesting. What's good, Real Josh? Found my channel yesterday. Appreciate you. All right, so we'll take a look at Sleeper now. The discounts have been missing on Sleeper too, but I feel like Sleeper's discounts are pretty solid in general. So we got a Stephon Castle 4-point discount and Josh Jacobs rushing yards discount. With that much money, with that much liquidity on OKC spread, is Jazz the sharp money play? No, so if it's still up. The liquidity shows up on Jazz, right? So that means this person that put the 75K here wants OKC minus 17.5. So OKC spread is technically the sharp money play. I guess you could even get it down on FanDuel. DraftKings. 17.5 is a crazy spread to be tailing though. Tumbo, I bet Tumbo would take this. He's an OKC fan. But yeah, that's not something I would take there. To each their own though. Embiid threes. Embiid to hit 1-3. Pretty juiced. Tell Trent to tail OKC. I don't know who Trent is. I'm gonna take this. Hopefully this should be an easy dub. Embiid to hit at 3 and Stephon Castle 4-point discount. I'll pick a non-juice line for the Josh Jacobs discount. Sleeper links are shared in the chat though. We took Bobby. All right, we're gonna take. We take this as sharp money already? No. We're gonna take Wemby under 28.5 points and rebounds on Sleeper. Pair it with the Jacobs discount. His line is. Oh no, it moved. Damn, that's crazy. Well, his line was at 27.5 on every book, and we were getting 28.5 a moment ago. Shifted though, so we don't want that anymore. That's how you know you got good value, when the line shifts in front of you and things like that. Maxi under assists. Yeah, Maxi under 7.5 assists looks pretty good on Sleeper. I don't know why the line's not showing up, but this is essentially, it's about like a minus 135-ish. And fair value on this is like minus 145, 150. I'm really looking at this FanDuel line, minus 156. Pretty strong to the under, so we'll take that. That's my sleeper play for the Josh Jacobs discount. That should do it for sleeper now, and then we'll take a look at pick 6 to close it off for the DFS promos. %30 NBA boost. There's also a Puka free square. Did we hit Donovan Clingan already? Yes, we did. So we already have this Clingan play on better. We already have Steph too on the same slip. Not a ton of value here. So the boost today for pick 6, you get to pick your own. It's like between a 50% live boost or 30% pregame boost. I obviously pick the pregame one. I'm just going to take the top 5 plays off the optimizer that we didn't take already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, let's just build it out. Let's see what we could do. There's decent value here. Even though these are red on the optimizer, it looks like there's decent value. So Ryan Rollins under points, rebounds, assists. Aaron Gordon over 13.5 points. I'm gonna skip the Paul George one. I'm gonna go to Santi. Whole market's at 14.5 on Santi, basically. Alex Sarr. Definitely wanted to take this Derek Queen play. So we were seeing earlier that he was getting a ton of liquidity on his double-double and triple-double. So seeing the over 7.5 rebounds, I think I'm cool taking that. Last one I'm going to take is John Collins. FanDuel minus 140, and a lot of books have it at 11.5. So running that as a 6-man, I think Aaron Gordon being questionable is okay, even if this gets bumped down to a 5-man if he doesn't play. But yeah, that'll do it. Shared the links to those. And that is all the promos for DFS today. All right, I'm going to hit more ARBs maybe for the last 10 minutes. If you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot. Maybe if you want to see any DFS apps specifically, let me know. Or if you want to see sharp money plays, just let me know. I'll be on for another 10 minutes. Could you go back to sharp money? Want to see if anything changes? Yep, I got you. Let me see if this ARB is available because I have a lot of money in Bet 105 still and ProfitX. I guess we still got 4 hours to game time. I'm still like operating on West Coast time, low key. All right, my bad. Sharp money. Still seeing Bobby. I'm just gonna hide it. Kawhi Steals looks okay. If there was more liquidity, I'd pull the trigger. It doesn't look too bad though. Parker Washington's been getting a lot of liquidity on his overs. Even yesterday, his over yards had like ton of liquidity and kept getting refilled a few times. The only reason I didn't take it is because the game is on Sunday. Yeah, not seeing anything else too crazy here. Derek the Queen's still up. New Orleans and Atlanta. $227. Nope, that doesn't match up. $106. Yeah, so with Kalshi, I'm checking out this ARB on Kalshi. You gotta like double check the odds because sometimes the odds that show up on the scanner don't match what's actually, available. It looks like this is at a plus 106 instead of the plus 124 that we want, so we can't take that. This one moved on Onyx. The odds on Kalshi, I know it said plus 122, but when you put the money in, the payout, if right, that's what you got to look at. So now it's shifting down. So now it's at like a minus 104. Yeah, see? It just didn't update correctly. Kalshi's pretty solid for NFL, though. All right, cool. It seems like the ARBs slowed down a bit. I'm gonna call it a stream here. Yeah, cool. Damn, my setup is... I need to fix my setup. Cool. If you guys made it this far, thanks for tuning in. I'll probably be back streaming tomorrow, even though there's not a lot of games. Maybe just do like a DFS run and hit a few ARBs or something, but we'll see. Yeah, cool. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you need access to any of the tools I'm using, I have it linked to my Twitter profile. So check that out. Feel free to DM me if you need anything at all. And yeah,